comes up in many everyday conversations. But how often does a person stop and truly decipher the meaning of peace? For millions of people across the world, peace is an unfamiliar concept. But what is peace exactly, and how can we achieve it? Mr. Sakuji Tanaka, Rotary International President, defines peace in its most basic sense. Quote, "It is no state of war, no violence, and no fear." It means that you are not in danger of hunger, or persecution, or the suffering of poverty, unquote. And he also argues that Rotary International tries to achieve peace in its most traditional form, through the reduction of conflict. But no matter how we define it, peace can be achieved through service. This will be proven by first, examining the impacts of service. Next, the importance of service. And finally, the Rotary four-way test. Service puts life into perspective. I had the opportunity to visit Manila, Philippines for Rotary Manila District 101 last summer. During this wonderful exchange, I had the chance to learn about Rotary Tinapay, which means Rotary bread. Rotary Tinapay is a service project aimed at feeding the less fortunate of the Metro Manila area. The district would gather loaves of bread and glasses of milk and distribute them to the hungry people. I thought, it's just a loaf of bread and a glass of milk. How much of a difference can this truly make? Well, I was about to get a huge reality check. In studying Rotary Tinapay, I saw the horrible conditions the less fortunate lived in. The Philippines I knew before the exchange was vastly different from what I saw in those few days. They lived in tenement housing with limited plumbing and little electricity. And before witnessing their struggles, my view on the world was narrow. I asked myself, why should I care about these people? They're nothing like me. I saw what I needed to see, and I learned a greater understanding of other people. Rotary Tinapay gave hope to not only the less fortunate, but to me as well. If a simple service project like Rotary Tinapay can make such a huge impact, fathoming what other service projects around the world can do is beyond words. Service gives purpose in people's lives and undeniably reduces conflict, which in Rotary's definition leads to peace. Now that the impacts of service has been explored, the importance of service will be examined. Through service, people begin to build peace. Through my Manila Rotary exchange, my priorities altered. I began to understand Gandhi and his works with ahimsa and nonviolence. Gandhi once stated, "Each one of us has to find peace from within, and the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others." I began to understand Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. for his works in the civil rights movement, claiming that life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others? And I saw the world as President Abraham Lincoln did when he proclaimed his Gettysburg Address, arguing that the world will nor long remember what we say here, but it can never forget what they did here. They all stood for something bigger than themselves. Peace. Just think, that moment of distribution of bread and milk was one less moment of gunshots fired and violent outbursts. It was one less moment of two brothers bickering over who deserved the right to their father's will. And it was one less moment of me thinking selfishly about myself. In essence, cooperation is more productive than conflict. Therefore, by participating in service, people are more inclined to better the world. Through service, people learn to understand each other. And through service, people can truly achieve peace. Now that the importance of service has been examined, the Rotary four-way test will be analyzed. The Rotary four-way test proves that service, peace can be achieved. First of all, service is the truth. Through the many service projects Rotary International has participated in through the years, like polio eradication, water and well projects in Africa, and even through Kiteract, Miteract, and Interact, it can clearly be seen that service is sincere. Second, service is fair to all concerned. For example, Rotary Tinapay did not discriminate on any level. It was open to everyone who needed the meal. In fact, it is even fair for those who helped in service. The people who helped in service probably took more out of the experience than they thought they would have. Third, service builds goodwill and better friendships. Through service, people begin to reduce conflict and start to build friendships and tolerance among other people and other nations. People build friendships across the world and begin to build trust between one another. And finally, service is beneficial to all concerned. Not only does service enable the less fortunate to have opportunities, but it creates a better understanding for those who are helping. Through service, people begin to see the truth. People begin to become fair. People start building goodwill and better friendships. And most importantly, people discover things that are most beneficial for everyone. The Rotary 4-Way test proves that peace will inevitably result from service. Peace can truly be achieved through service. This was proven by exploring the impacts of service, the importance of service, and the Rotary 4-Way test. The truth is, peace means different things to different people. To a boy in the Democratic Republic of Congo, peace can mean a life without war. To a young girl in Rwanda, peace can mean a life with no fear of being taken away from her family. And to a teenage boy in Las Vegas, peace can mean a life where a world is equal in every aspect. But no matter how we define peace, or no matter how we use peace in our daily lives, it is important to understand that not everyone in the world has it. It is not something we just wish for and it appears immediately. It is something we make and something that can be found in each of us. And if we truly put service above ourselves, then everyone in the world will receive a piece of peace.
We give the judges about 30 seconds here, and then we'll start with the test.